Hello viewers, I'm Sadia Khan and you're watching YouTube channel Learn with Sadia. My topic for this video is works of William Shakespeare. Kindly consider the effort I have put in and do watch the video till the end. So we will see regarding the works of William Shakespeare. See, when it comes to his sonnets, he wrote 154 sonnet and he wrote 37 plays. Okay, Shakespeare's sonnets were published on 20th May 1609. See, dates are equally important. His sonnets were published on 20th May 1609. And who published the sonnets of William Shakespeare? Thomas Thorpe. You can see in the picture. Thomas Thorpe has published the sonnets of William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare followed Shakespearean format of sonnet. So there are different formats of writing sonnet. He followed Shakespearean format of sonnet. Sonnet is nothing but it is a poem of 14 lines and it is divided into 3 quatrains and 1 couplet. So initially he will start writing the poem in 4 lines. First stanza of 4 lines, second stanza of 4 lines, third stanza of 4 lines. So in this way 12 lines are completed. At last we have 13th and 14th line which is written at the end as a couplet. No, altogether he wrote 154 sonnets as I told you. So he dedicated his sonnets from 1 to 126 he dedicated to William Herbert. 127 to 152 he dedicated to Mary Fitton or Dark Lady. Then from 153 to 154 he dedicated to Love God or Cupid. Then we have information regarding Venus and Adonis. Venus and Adonis, it is a work of Shakespeare obviously. It is a long narrative poem and it was published in the year 1593. So who is Venus in this poem? Venus and Adonis. So Venus is goddess of love. So this poem was written in 6-line stanza. So altogether there was 6 lines in one stanza. So these 6 lines were divided into 4 plus 2, 1 quatrain plus 1 couplet. And the meter which was used in Venus and Adonis is iambic pentameter. So the next one is The Rape of Lucrece. The Rape of Lucrece is a long narrative poem by Shakespeare. The 7 lines, so each stanza will have 7 lines. Total stanzas in The Rape of Lucrece are 47. So these 7-line stanza is called as rhyme royal stanza. This is very important point. The 7-line stanza is called as rhyme royal stanza. Then we have the next point, A Lover's Complaint. It is a poem by Shakespeare. It is a poem by Shakespeare. Then we have the great tragedies of Shakespeare. So there are 4 great tragedies of Shakespeare. Here mnemonics is given HOKM. H stands for Hamlet, O for Othello, K for King Lear and M for Macbeth. So Hamlet, Othello, King Lear and Macbeth. These are very important things. Macbeth, these are the 4 great tragedies of Shakespeare. So as a famous poet, he got the titles England's national poet and he also got the title Bard of Avon. Bard, the meaning of the word bard is poet. So because he was born on the bank of the river Avon, he was given the title Bard of Avon. Okay, then we have the next one. This is a very important bit, Shakespearean tragedy. It was asked in TSPSC 2012 exam. Shakespearean tragedy in 1904. It was written by A.C. Bradley. A.C. Bradley has written Shakespearean tragedy in 1904. Again the Shakespearean tragedy was written, but it was written in 1948 by H.B. Chalton. In 1904 it was A.C. Bradley. In 1948 it was H.B. Chalton. So these are the very important points. Okay. Then we have Roman plays by Shakespeare. So Roman plays by Shakespeare include Julius Caesar, Antony and Cleopatra, Coriolanus. So these are the Roman plays by Shakespeare. So Shakespeare had 4 folios. First folio appeared in 1623. These are again very important bits. First folio appeared in 1623. Second folio appeared in 1632, third folio in 1663, and fourth one in 1685. So, verse used in Shakespeare plays is blank verse. He used blank verse. So, blank verse is nothing but which has no meter, rhyme, rhythm. Okay. Then we have T.S. Eliot described play of Shakespeare in Hamlet as an artistic failure. See, T.S. Eliot, he called Hamlet of Shakespeare as artistic failure, and he called Macbeth as an artistic success. So, who called it? T.S. Eliot. Moving to the next point, Keats used the word negative capability for Shakespeare. So, who used the word negative capability? Keats used the word negative capability for Shakespeare. When in letter written to his brothers George and Thomas. So when did Keats use the word negative capability? He wrote in a letter and that letter was meant for his brothers George and Thomas. Next point, Shakespeare borrowed the formula of romantic comedy from Robert Greene. So, Robert Greene is a father of romantic comedy. So, he borrowed the formula of romantic comedy from Robert Greene. Next point, Shakespeare's contemporary writer was Ben Jonson, contemporary of the same time. So, Shakespeare's contemporary writer was Ben Jonson. The very first play of William Shakespeare was Henry VI. Henry VI was the very first play of Shakespeare. Only 2 photographs of the Shakespeare exist till today. Okay, only 2 photographs we can see. Moving to the next point, suicide appears 13 times in Shakespeare's plays. You can see 13 times we can see suicide altogether in his plays. To be or not to be. To be or not to be is taken from his Hamlet. So it is also very important previously asked objective bit. Next one, quote, my salad days when I was green in judgment come from. So this sentence is taken from Antony and Cleopatra. So it is taken from Antony and Cleopatra. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. It is a quote from which play? It is from Hamlet. So Polonius will be saying these sentences to Laertes in the Hamlet. So next one, how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. How sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. This quote is taken from King Lear. Okay, it is taken from King Lear. So these quotations are actually very important. Next one, the first thing we do, let's kill all the lawyers. This line comes from King Henry VI Part 2. So this line is taken from King Henry VI Part 2. Next one, we three meet again in thunder, lightning or in rain. This quote comes from the play Macbeth. So it is taken from the play Macbeth. How many of the Shakespeare's plays are classified as histories? So the answer is 10. Okay, moving to the next point, the group of 4 plays known as major tetralogy. So 4 plays altogether, all these 4 plays together called as major tetralogy. What are those four plays? First one is Richard II. Then we have Henry IV Part 1, Henry IV Part 2. Then we have Henry V. All these 4 plays together called as major tetralogy. Point to be noted. Next one, something is rotten in the state of Denmark. It is a famous line from Hamlet. Something is rotten in the state of Denmark is taken from Hamlet. Name of the playlet, Hamlet stages for the Claudius. See this Hamlet, it is a play. In the play, there is one more play. We call it as play in the play. So, what is the name of that play in the play? The Murder of Gonzago. The Murder of Gonzago is the playlet present in Hamlet. Murder of Gonzago. Very important. Next one. Who says, good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest? Horatio is saying these words. Queen Gertrude in Hamlet dies by. So how will the Queen Gertrude in Hamlet die? So she's poisoned by drinking from Hamlet's cup. So she will take Hamlet's cup and she is poisoned from that. Next point, and the very last point is Polonius sent Ronaldo to spy on Polonius in Paris. So Polonius is the character in Hamlet. He sent Ronaldo to spy on Polonius in Paris. So these were the one-liners which I took from the works of the Shakespeare. Hope this video will be of use to you. Do subscribe my channel and do not forget to like, share and comment the video. Thank you, viewers.